up, y'all? It's Greylan James, and you're listening to Like a Farmer.
Hey, y'all, it's Pat. Welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer. Today, we're in Hollywood, Florida at the Hard Rock Casino. Where else would you want to be on this beautiful Friday? Greylan James joins the show. Got a bunch of new songs out. We're going to talk about that. We're even going to talk about Peyton Manning, his love for his Vols, and everything in between. You do not want to miss this episode with Greylan James. As always, every single Wednesday, catch us on YouTube or wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Let's get into it.
If your appliances can't handle the holiday hosting heat, December deal drops at Lowe's makes upgrading easy. Get up to 35% off select major appliances, and rewards members save an additional $40 on the Whirlpool electric range and the over-the-range microwave. Plus, get up to 60% off select ladders so you can deck all the halls. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/10. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
So, yeah, before you were going to come on the show, the plan was to get your tattoo artist here.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, I think that's one of the coolest things because we talked a little bit offline of, like, this is somebody, one-person shop, grinds, does their own thing.
Yeah.
And you shouted them out on social media, and then they started getting a lot of pull.
Yeah, they took off. I mean, I was here in Miami a few months ago and got this tattoo, and I literally just had an off day, and I was like, you know, that's the fun thing about touring is kind of just collecting these pieces and being like, you know, I got this tattoo in Miami, I got this tattoo in Seattle, it's in Berlin, whatever. But going into her shop, it's called like Cherry Tattoo Studio, and she just crushed it. And like when you get that feeling of somebody being creative and just kind of doing something themselves, just off the cuff, it was really badass to watch her do that. And so ever since then, seeing her like follower count go up, and she's coming to the show. It's pretty badass.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think the best part so far about the day, because we're down here in Hollywood, Florida.
That's right, Hollywood, Florida.
I came from Tampa, so it had about 3 hours to really dig in on some of the music.
Let's go.
That a storyteller is like immediately what I think of when it comes to you, and I believe that's probably about your tattoos too. I think it's like reasons behind that. But I want to start off with the Water at a Wedding song. Like, there's got to be some sort of story behind that, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's been kind of an evolving story. You know, with that song, I never thought I'd put that song out, and just the process of releasing it was a story in itself. I wrote that song with a couple buddies and recorded it, sent it to my label, and I also sent it to my family, which I don't really send my family many songs, but they kind of knew the background of it, and everybody unanimously said, do not post that song, do not release that song. You'll get a cease and desist for putting that song out. I was like, yeah, that's probably facts. And so I just kind of held it in my back pocket. And it was a song that I would just listen to when I'd be by myself at the house, just listening to music and just thinking about, you know, relationships and, you know, kind of what I was going through. And I'd always keep coming back to that song. I'm like, I think people need to hear this. And finally one night I was like, I'm going to make a fake TikTok account just so I can post the song. And so my label doesn't know, my family, friends don't know, she doesn't know. And I posted it. It got like 300 views, 400 views in the first like hour or two. And I was like, all right, like nobody's going to see this. I woke up and had like, you know, 500,000 views. And then, you know, and a bunch of artists were commenting on it, like, who is this guy? First post out of nowhere.
Hold on. So you got to give me the rundown on a fake TikTok. Like, they had no idea it was you.
Nobody knew it was me, because I also like had turned the brightness all the way down, and the account was named Grayson Jones, which is my alter ego, and I just like turned the brightness all the way down, and just posted me singing the first verse and chorus, and just all the comments were like, this guy just came out of nowhere. Did we just find the next best songwriter? You know, this guy needs a record deal, and people were even like tagging my own record label already. They were like, Big Machine signed this guy and all this stuff, and then I posted it again. I posted the bridge, and that got like 1 million or 2 million views on that account. And I remember calling my label, and I'm like, I think we need to put that Water at a Wedding song out. And they're like, why? I'm like, I think it'll do bars. I just trust me. So the whole process of releasing the song was, you know, obviously kind of chaos, but it's changed my life.
Dude, I mean, it goes back to what I mentioned. It's like you, and I'm going to make a statement. I want you to correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm so intrigued every time I have an artist come on the show. It's like, hey, and I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do country music.
Of course.
I'm assuming you're big on writing your own stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that an accurate statement?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I as my career grows, I would love to record other songwriter songs because, when I moved to Nashville, I wanted to be an artist, but I wasn't ready. And everybody in Nashville thought I wasn't ready. So everybody kept telling me you need to get better writing songs. So I just started writing songs all the time with buddies and with people I always wanted to write songs with. And before I knew it, other artists started recording my songs. And so that's a big reason why I'm on this podcast, why I'm playing the show. It's because people like Swindell and Kenny Chesney recorded my songs that they didn't write. So I think at some point I'd love to record other songs that other people wrote. But writing my own music has always been just how I get through heartbreak, how I get through happy times. Like just anytime I'm going through really anything in my life, I love to write about it.
Oh, I mean, we were on the way down here, and my buddy Con joined me. He's like, dude, Greylan's been going through some shit, man. This song that just came out.
Oh, that's true.
But and now more recently, you've had a few more songs come out.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about those.
Yeah, man. So Give Me a Second is a song that that I wrote around the same time that I wrote Water at a Wedding. Going back and forth with the girl that inspired all these songs I'm putting out. And it was a phone call, and I kept saying, like, because she was a big, like, hang up the phone mid-conversation and kind of girl. And I just keep being like, just give me a second, just give me a second, give me a second. And the songwriter in me, I'm like, I say that so much in these battles we're having on the phone. I should write that. And that was a song that she even admitted, was the song that got her back for a minute. And I was like, people need to hear these songs. And, a big thing I learned with Water at a Wedding was that was really the first song that I put out that came from like right here. It wasn't a song that I just wanted to put out because I thought it'd be big on TikTok, that it'd be a smash on the radio. It was, I literally put it out because I wanted to put it out. It was my life. And that's why I want to put out Give Me a Second, Pulling from the Bottle. Those are songs I wrote in that time frame. And I think that's why I'm seeing the reaction I'm seeing on social media, is because like it came from a real place, and I kind of I wrote all those songs by myself too. So
which is just unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. No, it's it came from right here.
That's awesome. And when you think about you writing with other people, you've had a lot of success too.
Yeah.
Help me. The Jordan Davis song went number one. Was that your first number one?
No. So Happy Does. I wrote Happy Does for Kenny Chesney. That was my first number one. And then Next Thing You Know is my second. And then I wrote a song for Swindell called Forever to Me, and that was my third. And that was this year. So I've gotten lucky a couple times.
So walk me through it, Greylan. When you think about, there's a business in songwriting. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that, hey, I'm just making a pile of money songwriting.
Yeah.
At what point do you say, you know what? I think I got some bars too. I think I can sing. Like, I think, I can go out there and perform. Yeah. Give me kind of the time and place where you're like, hey, I'm really good at songwriting and I can make a living.
Yeah.
But I actually want to go and do it on my own too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, so when I moved to Nashville, I was 18, and I signed a publishing deal, and I didn't really know what that meant. But it's just what they give you when they think you're good enough at writing songs professionally. And so I signed that deal, and I thought I was going to sign that. Next thing, I was going to sign a record deal. I'd be on tour immediately, and my life was going to change pretty fast, and that just didn't happen. And I figured out really quick that my songs that I was writing about girls I was dating in high school were ass. They were just really bad songs. And so I lost that publishing deal. Basically, I got fired after a couple years, and then went 6 months just writing with people that had day jobs, and I got signed again, wrote for them for a year, and they fired me. And so then I went another 3-4 months without a publishing deal, and then Universal Publishing signed me. And I don't know why they did. I had no success. Nobody was interested in me, but a guy named Ron Stuvey just heard a couple of my songs and was like, I think this guy's got something. And then they gave me 1 year to prove myself. And in that first year, I wrote that Kenny Chesney song, Happy As Happy Does. But I'll never forget when my life changed and it all kind of clicked for me. I listened to the Old Dominion record, Happy Endings, but instead of listening to the songs, it's a great record. But instead of listening to the songs, I read the lyrics, and I saw the wordplay that they were doing and how they were describing sunsets, and they were writing songs like poems, and it just clicked for me. And that day, I just kind of knew how to write songs. I knew how to write about heartbreak. I knew how to write about a day on the lake. I just figured it out. And everything could just kind of change. But I fell in love with songwriting, and I got obsessed with it, and I kind of forgot about wanting to play on stage, wanting to go on tour. And I really just loved going to work, writing a song, coming home to my dog, making dinner. And it was awesome. I got comfortable with that, especially through COVID. But then Cole Swindell was a big reason that I started putting my own songs out and starting to think about it. He found me just through people sending him some of my songs in Nashville, and he was like, "Bro, I love your voice. Like, I want to write songs and you sing the demos instead of me singing the demos." I was like, "Well, bro, you play for like thousands of people a night. Like, I don't know, like if people want to hear my voice." And he was like, "Bro, I love your voice. Like, just sing these demos." So I started to, and before I knew it, management companies were reaching out, record labels were reaching out, and but yeah, it started really with my relationship with Cole.
You would think, and once again, you got to fact check me here.
Yeah.
You were a top 10 guitar player in the world.
Yeah.
Like, number one, who's even putting those stats out?
Guitar Center did, dude. Like they just found a bunch of like prodigy kids, and I don't know.
Where did you learn how to even do that,
bro? I kind of did it out of necessity when I was like 12 or 13. I had a little band that I was touring around the Southeast with, and they were like 40, 50-year-old dudes. And,
when you were 12 years old?
When I was like 12 years old, bro. And the problem with that is like trying to find grown men that want to play with a 12-year-old is a little weird. And so these guys, man, like they were just really good musicians that just had hardships. And with that, they were pretty flaky. And I'd show up to gigs and festivals, and my guitar player wouldn't show up all the time. And I would have to kind of fake it and figure it out. And I was eventually like, I need to figure out how to play guitar, and that way I don't have to ever hire a guitar player. And so I sat down with a Brad Paisley record, and I learned every single note on it. And that kind of just changed my life. And I started posting videos on YouTube, and yeah, Guitar Center found me and put me in a magazine and ranked me. And I was like, this is pretty cool. Like, this is going to get the girls. It didn't get the girls. It got a bunch of old men following me around watching me play guitar. But
did you get anything for that?
Flex.
Like a plaque or something?
I didn't. I got a magazine issue that just says like Greylan James, whatever number I was. Yeah, that's all it was.
What was the band called, by the way? Because I'm not going to let you like go away from it. Was you and a bunch of 50-year-olds.
It really was just like the Greylan James band was like my thing, but I also played in a bluegrass band called the Cider Mountain Boys, and the average age was about 80, and then me.
12-year-old. You brought it down a little bit.
Yeah, I brought it down a little bit. Yeah.
We play a game on this show. Okay.
I love that. All right.
This game's called Give 'em the Boot, presented by TECOVAS.
Are you serious?
You got a brand new pair of TECOVAS.
Bro, I was looking at the size of these. I was like, those are my size, bro. I might steal them after this podcast, bro.
Hey, I'm not going to lie.
I got TECOVAS on right now.
They're the best in the business.
They
but
are,
check
bro.
this out.
No way.
This is the new. They only had your size left in the Tampa store of the new Bison they just came out. Dude, how sweet is that?
Okay, yeah, I'm wearing these on station tonight.
Hey,
Dude, those are sick.
But you got to play the game before you can get them.
Whoa, damn it.
Give them the boot. Now, Greylan, there's four questions.
I better be getting these even if I lose. Bro.
Look, 4 questions in that boot.
Oh, they're in the boot.
You can give one of them the boot, but then you have to answer the rest of them. Nobody really gives one of the boot. You might as well answer all of them.
Okay, yeah. I'll answer all of them.
Give them the boot. Here we go. Question number 1.
If you could tell Peyton Manning one thing, what would it be? Peyton Manning sent me a video a couple weeks ago saying that he would love to cross paths with me one day. But unfortunately, Peyton, we did cross paths already. We sang Little Pink Houses at Red Rocks with Old Dominion. And I didn't have the heart to text him back and say, we've already met. So I'm sorry about that, brother.
So he didn't know that y'all had met.
He didn't know. He was just like, man, I love your song. And I'm golfing with Cole Swindell right now. And like, we're talking about you. I would love to cross paths one day. Go Vols, which go Vols for sure. And I didn't have the heart to say, I just responded. I was like, would love to meet you one day, brother. You know? And meanwhile, I've got a picture on my Instagram of me singing with Peyton Manning.
Hey, now he knows, okay?
Sorry, Peyton.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, brother. But go Vols. What is one artist you would love to go on the road with? All right. I'm a single dude. Sabrina Carpenter. Throwing that out there. That is my crush. She doesn't know me, but I love her. All right.
Shoot your shot, man.
I'm shooting my shot. I've done it a couple times at this point. It's getting a little weird. What is your best tour story of all time? Oh, man. That is a lot of rated R things are going through my mind right now. Man, playing Red Rocks was a big deal for me. Again, like getting to sing a song with Peyton Manning was really sick.
Even though he didn't know that he did that.
Even though he doesn't remember that. And look, honestly, we were both pretty drunk, but I'm going to go like even a more wild card. So I played in New York City earlier this year, and I don't know if you know who Cal Penn is, but he was in Harold and Kumar. And bro, like this guy just reached out to me on Instagram, was like, I love your music and would love to hang out when you're in New York City. And I love this dude's acting. Like he's such a talented dude. And also like he's a politician, like just a super smart guy. And bro comes to my show and just is singing every single word side stage. And I'm just like not even paying attention to the crowd. I'm just watching one of my favorite actors sing every word to my songs, even the ones that like a lot of people don't know. So that was pretty sick. Later that night, we sang Buy Dirt together at a local dive bar. So that was pretty sick.
Before you go on, have you had any other like situations like that where people would hit you up in the DMs of like, damn, I can't believe this guy knows or this girl knows who I am?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I've had NASCAR drivers, football players. A big one was Jimmy Butler. Was somebody that
love Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, bro, a baller. He's somebody I played 2K with a lot of time and against with my creative player. But yeah, I'm sorry, Jimmy, I beat you a lot, dude. But
hold on, can you tell us the creative player? Like, give me the.
Oh, dude, it's always me. It's
Okay.
always Greylan James, number 22, dude.
What'd you put as height and weight?
Oh, definitely not 5'9". Definitely not. No, I was going I think 6'4" was always a solid thing. I always had the tattoos. He had tattoos before I did. But yeah, with Jimmy Butler, bro, like he reached out to me on Instagram and was like, bro, I've been following your career for a minute. I love your catalog. I would love to just like watch you write a song. And so he flew to Nashville and had a whole camera crew with him. And we wrote a song together, and it was pretty sick. And we actually wrote a handful of songs together, and so that was awesome. And then got to go to some games and watch him play. Got to sit on the side of the court, and it was pretty badass. Yeah,
that's cool.
So that's a random one, but I'll get back to the boot because I want these boots. If you weren't doing country music, what would you be doing? Man, I've thought about that a lot. I like to think that I'd probably like work at a boat dock. Like I love the lake, and I grew up on the lake out in East Tennessee. I would love to like work at a marina and like have a bar out there. I've loved cooking, so if I could one day have a marina where I could have like badass food, because usually marina food is just to kind of like balance out the ratio to alcohol. So I would like to have like a dope little marina like that. But
I'm in on that.
I love the lake. Yeah, you'll come.
Yeah, I'm in on that.
All right,
I'm your first investor. That's it, man.
That's it. Do I get them?
You get them.
Yes.
You get them.
Bro, these are sick.
Dude, the new bison, man. Are you kidding me?
Bro, bison are sick. Bro.
Like, just rub your hand on top of them. Yeah.
They smell fantastic, by the way. That's a weird thing to say, but they smell great. I'm wearing these tonight. So.
Perfect. Good luck,
This
Nate.
is so dope, dude.
Whether you're gifting, decorating, or treating yourself, Lowe's December deal drops are here to help you save more all month long. Get up to 50% off select holiday decor. Plus, get up to 45% off select tools and accessories. Shop new December deal drops every week this month and get so much more out of your holidays. Lowe's, we help, you save. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Going back to you keep on mentioning East Tennessee. Like, how was that growing up on?
It was awesome,
Obviously,
bro.
you immediately had to be a Vols fan.
Oh, yeah. Born a Vols fan. I think, even more than that, like just growing around country music, Kenny Chesney's from there, Dolly Parton, Morgan Wallen's from there, Kelsey Ballerini, way back, Chet Atkins, Roy Acuff. I mean, it was really like a hotbed for country music. And even just being 5, 6, 7 years old, just entering singing competitions, I'd always have people come up to me after and be like, you're going to be the next Kenny Chesney and X, Y, and Z. And just having those people that had already like kind of set the blueprint that it wasn't really that crazy to tell people at school, like, I'm going to be a country singer. It never felt like a wild dream because of where I come from. And so I'm thankful that I grew up there. I'm thankful that those people took a chance and made that move from Knoxville to Nashville, because it really wasn't a crazy conversation to have with my parents because of that. So yeah, growing up in Knoxville, there's a lot of people that came before me that made this not so crazy.
Who have you attached yourself to, and even in the beginning, to kind of get to where you are now artist-wise?
Yeah.
Obviously, we can sit here and talk about Cole all day. Cole's a beautiful friend of mine. Just give you your shirt off his back type of dude.
Yeah.
But anybody early on that you were like, man, I really appreciate it?
I mean, Kenny Chesney really changed my life. I mean, my entire life. You know, when I was a kid, I dressed up as him for Halloween like 4 or 5 years in a row. The pictures are on the dark web. And I loved him growing up. And, you know, I think that when I was like 10 or 11 years old, when I was in that bluegrass band I talked about, the Cider Mountain Boys, we played a brewery in Knoxville, and Kenny Chesney just happened to show up. And I got to take a picture with him, got to ask him for advice. He was like, stay in school, learn how to write songs, and you'll be all right. And I never forgot about that. Immediately, I started writing songs, and they were awful, but I just started writing songs all the time when I was a kid, just because he said that. And then fast forward 10 years later, I was texting with Kenny Chesney, texting him songs, and he's the reason I signed with my management company. They manage him, Clint Hyam, and I've got to go to shows. I've had songs on his albums, and he was my first number one. And he literally changed my life from the beginning. He's the reason I did music, and he's the reason I've got to stay in music because, I mean, he put a roof over my head when I got to Nashville.
I was about to say, I mean, you get a number one, I feel like that you start to get some jingle in the pocket, like people
You do,
say.
yeah. I was living in a cockroach-ridden house in Donaldson by the airport, and it was so bad. I was so close to the airport that, you know, I had a little studio in there. Every 10 or 15 minutes, I'm having to like stop recording because
You could
a
just
plane
see
is
the
just
plane,
rattling my house. And I'll never forget getting the call that Kenny was taking my song to radio, and I was sitting with my dad, which was just the most amazing moment. And my dad loves Kenny Chesney, and just getting that call changed my life. First off, I missed the call when he called me to tell me that. And because he calls from a block number, it says block number, and I declined it. I'm like, I'm taking a nap. It calls again. I declined it, and it left a voicemail. I was like, this is Kenny Chesney. Answer the phone. And I tried to call him back. It's a block number. I couldn't call back. And he was just declining my calls over and over. And then we finally got in touch. And I remember just hugging my dad, jumping up and down in the backyard. I knew that day like my life changed.
What's the first thing that you bought when you?
I bought an inflatable hot tub. $450 at Walmart, dude.
That'd be up there in mine too.
Yeah, that's right,
I like
bro.
that. I mean,
inflatable hot tubs rock, dude.
Yeah, like
they rock. I bought like 4 of them, dude, because they do go bad pretty fast. They get a little nasty.
Greylan misses Kenny Chesney's call, but when he finally gets a hold of him, finds out he has a number one, goes to Walmart and buys an inflatable hot tub.
That's what I did. I called my business manager and I was like, hey, can I afford like an inflatable hot? It's like $450. She's like, I think you're gonna be all right. And so me and my dad went to Walmart, went back, inflated that sumbitch, and we looked like just raisins the next day, bro. We sat in that sumbitch all night, bro, just listening to the song on repeat. So that was my first big purchase.
What the songs are out, everything's kicking ass, life is good. What else is coming down the pipeline that you're just really excited to talk about?
Man, I'm excited about touring, mainly because, you know, I've been kind of grinding the past 3 years, and you know, as cool as it's been to release my own music, I mean, this is the first time that people are showing up to my shows and singing my songs that I've released on my own back to me instead of just the songs I've written for other people. A lot of times I'd be playing shows and I would just be kind of killing time until I got to the point in my show where I say, all right, I've written these songs for X, Y, and Z, for Jordan, Cole, whatever. But now I'm like, I can't wait to get to my songs because just watching people sing those back to me has been really sick. So going into the top of the year, I'm excited to keep growing that and building that. And I feel like I've got a fan base. We're talking about a headline tour and talking about an album. So it's really exciting.
That's awesome. Yeah. Do you know yet, or how does it work when it comes to this time of year, if you will go out with somebody else next year, or is it kind of the time of year that you're kind of
making
those decisions?
It's the time of year we're finding out. Yeah, it's decisions, and, you know, it's kind of picking and choosing, and you know, country music fans are just so rabid right now, and it's also just such a deep genre. I mean, you've got just acts that are doing massive stadiums and arenas, but sometimes, you know, like some of the smaller clubs are the fans that want to listen to new music and want to find a new artist to latch onto and say, like, I was a day one fan. So doing a little bit of both and just trying to balance that out and find those grassroots fans, but also get the legacy country people that have been listening to the radio for their entire lives. So just trying to balance that and, you know, go out with people that I can also write songs with and that I enjoy touring with, for sure.
Before I let you go, you're somebody who's been around country music your whole life,
Yeah,
just
that's right.
naturally where you grew up and now what you're doing.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on country music today? I mean, everybody's in it.
Yeah,
And not
that's
only is
right,
everybody in it, everybody loves it too.
Yeah.
Think about this brand, TECOVAS, that we just
100%.
talked about. I mean, they have opened the brand of like, hey,
Yeah.
New York, Miami, LA, Denver, like you can wear cowboy boots too. It's cool. You can listen to country music and everybody's doing it. I mean, what are your thoughts on today?
Also, I mean, we were even just talking about yesterday about like even how fashion is being affected by country music. I mean, I went on a writer retreat over in Europe with Post and a handful of other people, but like being over there and seeing people walk a runway with a cowboy hat on, like that is insane.
Cool.
And but that's affected by just country music and I don't know, just the voice that we all have now. It's really sick, and to see that it's really cool to be a country singer right now. It wasn't like that when I moved to Nashville, but that just shows that songwriting, the songs are really, really good. And you got kids that are dealing with heartbreak by writing country songs and posting them on TikTok, and it's more organic, I think, than it's ever been, and it's also more deep. You can do country pop, do country rap. You can do just straight up Americana country, and there is a massive amount of people that will listen to you and give you a shot to, become a staple in our genre. So it's really exciting, and I think it's good for the world that country music is on top, because I think we tell the best stories, and we write about people's lives better than anybody else.
And the last comment I'll make about you, because I'm proud of you, I really am, and you're kicking ass. But the coolest thing about it, because there's people coming into country music, let's just be honest, they're not country, but it's awesome.
Of course, yeah.
They can sing and they can storytell. You're authentic as it gets, man.
Yeah.
And you're writing your own, like that's gonna elevate you to hopefully a world that me and you never thought you'd be, right? I mean, that's where you want to be. So I think that's awesome, and appreciate you coming on the show.
Bro, I appreciate you guys having me, and it's always fun to talk about country music with people that love it too.
And look, the last gift.
Oh, I needed a pocket knife, dude. Let's go.
I mean, you got your boots on, you got the pants on. I mean,
shit.
Look at that. That's one of my favorites. I got that one sitting in the truck right now.
My papa always carried a case, dude. So this is
sick. Jake, everybody who gets that knife, the first thing they say is whether it's grandpa, granddaddy, pop, like, that's unbelievable, because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, my grandpa's got a collection of case knives. It's unbelievable what they've done.
Oh, dude, that my papa, like when he passed away, he left me all of his knives, and so
dude, that's
just
awesome.
This reminds me of my papa whittling. So this will be something that hopefully I can pass down one day. So this is sick.
That's cool, man. Appreciate you coming on the show.
So much. Thank you for the gifts, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll come on this one anytime.
Dude, anytime you guys need me, yeah.
Hey, y'all, and we appreciate you tuning in as always. Every single Wednesday, check us out on YouTube and continue. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer.
Life is full of exciting moments. Whether you're buying a new home, opening an account as you welcome a new family member, or planning for retirement, you need a bank that's there when it matters. At Atlantic Union Bank, you'll find helpful people and digital tools to make banking for all of life's moments a little easier. Because you deserve a financial partner who cares as much as you do. Call, visit us online, or drop by a branch to learn more. Atlantic Union Bank. Any way you bank.